involved in the startup, if you wish, is because I live in Indonesia. I've been living in Southeast Asia for 20 years more. So I brought in like a local aspect of the game, meaning that we bring in Indonesian club games also as the first kind of local game after the launch of the major games in Europe, but also to start a office here in Jakarta doing content for the various games. So football is delivered. We're done with all of it, and it's been a really great job. We've done more than 100,000 questions. I don't know how many now. All these questions that you see in the games, it's all done by us here. Now also these questions that we have done, because we're making them in different categories. It's easy, medium, hard questions. And once we put them into the system, we have also integrated this with an AI function. It's really cool. So now the AI is actually learning these questions and how we build the questions, which one is easy, medium, etc., etc. How do you make it into interesting and diversified questions? So what is coming out in the other end? I'm going to go into that a little bit later, how AI actually plays a big role in upcoming games, upcoming play modes and products which will be on the platform later on. So that's really cool. Anyway, so that's about me. SuperOne is a technology and a gaming platform. It's a company of, I mean, it's not a crypto company. It's very important to diversify. SuperOne has developed this online game, it for smartphone game, and then attached it, put it on top of the blockchain. Hence the tokenization and the NFT solutions that you also can enjoy here. So the reason for that basically is because the blockchain has tremendous advantages from a normal closed ledger, which is more, I mean, 99.9 of all games out there. What happens is that, for example, transactions, they are very fast, they are for free. You can send money from tier to tier, I mean, from account to account. Also, when you play the game, everything is just so much faster and opens up for completely new ways to play games. I'm going to go into that in a minute. And something which is really great news, I'm going to go into that when we talk about the roadmap now. Okay, so in this presentation here, I'm going to start with where we are now, the whole project. So we have started with football. There's going to come many different games later, but football is the first game. It's a natural start because football is the biggest fan base in the world. It's got 3 billion fans all over the world, and it's also the only real worldwide sport. Every country, every continent, everybody love it. I mean, like I said, I've been living here in the Southeast Asia for 20 years. In Indonesia, it's 300 million people, and they're all completely crazy about football. And so it's definitely a worldwide game. If we look at some funny, I used to say here that look at Arsenal, for example. They have, according to Google, they have 1.5 million fans in England, but they have 3.5 million fans in Indonesia. So if you multiply that to all the countries around the world, football indeed is a worldwide sport. Even these European clubs have the names. You know it very well. So what we are aiming at here is basically to combine trivia, question games, skill-based games, together with stars and fans and fanatical interest, if you wish. These days, today, also these players and clubs that there are, the fans are not only loving the football, they're also loving the players in the clubs. They want to know exactly who they are, what they're doing, what they had for lunch, which girlfriend at the moment, what's the name of the dogs, etc., etc. So of course, if you put this into a trivia game and a quiz game, and all this interest that these fans feel for their stars, we are of course a recipe for success. SuperOne has signed with 2 major players into the football arena. It's Football Co, which is by far the biggest media platform in the world. They own goal.com, which is going to be the #1 go-to-market partner. Also, together with FIFPro. FIFPro is the union, if you wish, where all the professional players are linked. All of them, Messi, Ronaldo, and all of them are linked to this. The reason that FIFPro, which is again an organization, choose to sign up a contract together with SuperOne, I'm going to get into that in a minute, and that's really, really cool. Okay, gamifying passion. So that's what it's all about, passion for something that you have your interest in, football, cricket, basketball, NFL. We're starting with football, but following with the other genres later. So sport and entertainment, music, movies. Of course, when we start with music and movie games. It can be a music strip or a movie, a small little movie strip that you can see, and then answer questions regarding to what you see. Focus right now, football. Here are the different clubs, all the 20 biggest clubs in the world. Just Manchester United alone, for one example, has more than 600 million fans all over the world. So we're tapping into a gigantic market here. Like I said, Football Co, they have 640 million football fans, 800 members actually linked to them, 1 billion views per month. It's a gigantic platform. And so we are looking forward to them to launch this in a really cool way. FIFA Pro, like I said, 65,000 football players linked to it. So we have now licensing and names and images, etc. All of that is legal and fixed. We have just recently, just a few days ago, actually got totally okay from Apple, from App Store. So we are by default worldwide. We are available at Google and App Store. You can also do the payments into the game at the moment. It was just a few days ago it was released. You can go in and look at it. It may seem like a small thing, but it's actually quite a big deal, because as I know, SuperOne, being a tokenized platform, is the first tokenized platform being totally approved by App Store, and that is really a big deal. So I'll go into that in a minute also when we come to the tokens, what that actually will mean for you guys. Okay, the top 20 clubs in Europe, Americas, Middle East and North Africa, and Asia. That is what is going to be the first. Here you see the various clubs. We don't need to spend too much time. These are available. Most of the NFTs are already released. Most of them also sold for the Asia and Europe. So make sure that you get your hands on the clubs. So where we are in the roadmap, like I said, today it's September. It's just been approved in App Store and Google. That is really a big deal. And moving on now into, so all the technical is done in the game. It's up and running. The beta test took a couple of months because we need to fine tune everything, link all the transactions up and running, but now it's done. So now we are just simply waiting for the market launch, because now it's all about getting the players and the stars in. Okay, back to the game. So this is how it works. It's for the user, it's very simple, very easy to get hooked. It's a very technically advanced system, but very easy to get hooked and to understand and start playing. Basically, you see an image or photo of a player or a club-related player, photo, etc. Then you swipe yes or no to a statement or a question that you see. So that is how simplified it is. Now we have also added the help functions to this. I mean, you all know about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, for example. They also having these help functions, and everybody who made it to the top, they all use their help functions. So we believe that this is going to be a major part. We see already that because the help functions are released, they have been done in the beta test, people are using them like crazy. Now is when we also start to make money on these help functions. Because how it works is, let's say I play the game anywhere in the world, and I come to a question here, let's say about Messi, and I don't know the answer, so I can use help functions. I swipe up, I use a pass, so I get a free pass to the next question. I use a freeze by swiping down, so I freeze the screen for some time. I can Google the answer, come fast, or I double tap on the screen, and then I can see what other players have answered to the same questions to give me an idea of what I should do. Now, the reason I mentioned this a little bit is because let's go directly to that. What we have done here, just so you understand the technical complexity here and what this product has been developed here. It's really fantastic. Now, I'm sure that you are familiar by now what is NFT, but anyway, it stands for non-fungible token. It's basically, it can be an image, it can be a contract, it can be anything which is a digital form, and then you can link that up to a ledger, and so it becomes visual. You can share it with other people, but you are the owner of this particular image. That is called NFT. So through a smart contract to a ledger, basically. This is a booming industry, but what we have done here is basically to turn these NFTs into collector cards. Now, here you see a card about Mbappe. Mbappe is, of course, in the football game in various places. All the questions in the game are linked to the Mbappe NFT. And how is this good for you guys? Because the owner of the Mbappe card, you can redeem it in the store. So later you also will be able to buy it, you can trade it, etc., etc. You can win it in certain tournaments, but once you get one, you are the owner and you have it in your private wallet. How you can make money on this is, let's say, for example, that Eva-Lena here, she owns the Mbappe NFT. She has it in her wallet. I play the game and I come to a question in the game about Mbappe. I don't know the answer, so I choose one of these help functions. I pass up or freeze down, double tap, etc. It costs me a little bit of money, not much, but it may be enough for me to get to the very top to win the grand prize. So I don't mind spending a little money in order to enhance my chances of winning. When I do so on a Mbappe question, boom, in real time, Eva-Lena gets a cut from the money that I just spent. You can imagine if thousands, maybe even a million people play the game and using these help functions, it's going to be a lot of playing in the phones. Same with the advertisement spaces in the game. Advertisement actually is in volume bigger than online games themselves. It's a massive industry in the various games. I'm sure you know all platforms today. You can play for free or you can join in social media platforms for free by watching advertisement all the time. What SuperOne has done is turning these advertisement spaces into NFTs. So, and they are open for anybody actually to own. So how we call them NFT spaces and how this works is, let's say again, Eva-Lena, she owns an NFT space, which is in this case Nike. I play the game. I can play for free, and I get a pop-up. Do you want to continue play for free, or you want to watch some advertisement in order to join a certain tournament, etc., etc. I click OK, and then boom, in real time, Eva-Lena gets a cut from the money just spent through the advertisement. Now, this is really cool, and you can imagine also for the future what kind of goodwill and this does also for the branding for these major corporations. Okay, we go into the next thing, which is linked to the FIFPro that I mentioned there earlier, the organization FIFPro. This is the reason basically why FIFPro were really interested. They say that, okay, finally there is a platform that stars can interact with their fans in a fantastically cool way. This is how it works. So here is an example of Neymar. He plays in Paris Saint-Germain, and so when we have a separate game also, Paris Saint-Germain. So Neymar himself play the SuperOne game for around between 100 to 200 times. At the same time, we also film him a little bit, how when he talks and he moves, etc. Then all of this is recorded, and then Neymar himself send this out to all his fans. Okay, you guys think you know more about Paris Saint-Germain than me? Why don't you challenge me in a trivia game about Paris Saint-Germain? So the result is that when you play, it feels like in real time. Of course, it's not real time because it's recorded, but it really feels like real time. And together with the AI technology, which is implemented here at the SuperOne platform, it also feels, let's say again, that Eva-Lena plays against Neymar, and she sees him on the screen playing. So one question, and then all of a sudden Neymar says, "Oh, Eva-Lena, you 3 in a row, way to go!" All these cool things, and it's really fantastic. So I mean, why is it something for Neymar to consider doing? 2 reasons. Number one, he can interact with his fans in a really cool way. I mean, literally, he can play games with each and one of them. Just alone is fantastically cool. But also for money, because it costs $1 to challenge Neymar. Of course, his fans, they wouldn't mind doing that in the millions, I'm sure. So and every time somebody do that, because they have clicked on his link, so they get linked up to the system through his Instagram or a homepage or whatever it is. It also be the function inside the SuperOne app, so you can actually click that way. Anyway, so he makes between 10 to 30% on each transaction. Can you imagine if let's say 1 million people every 24 hours challenge him, it's going to be between $100,000 to $300,000 every day to him. Even for him, it's big money. So I think you get the idea here. You can also revive old stars. I mean, I used to do the example of Björn Borg, for example. He doesn't play tennis anymore, but of course he got millions and millions of fans over there. I mean, who doesn't want to play a trivia tennis game against Björn Borg? I think you get the picture here. We can also fostering star rivalry, it's a set. Put, for example, Mbappe fans against Holland fans, France against Brazil, Liverpool against Manchester United. You can see in real time leaderboards of which club or which player, fans, etc. is higher. So it's all in good faith, and this is of course what drives people into. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to be on leaderboard, and here definitely fans with the stars want to be on top. And when you then also on top of that can earn money for it, then of course. A little bit about the future. We're talking now football, so we have already, or SuperOne has already joined together with the biggest platform on football, which is goal.com. The next, of course, when music games are released, Spotify is a good partner. For example, that in their website or application, where you have a little pop-up there, you want to play a trivia game about the music, you can win this and that, click here. And then everybody gets signed up together with Spotify, and all of their member base can all enjoy playing trivia games about their stars. Same with Netflix on movies, etc. So you can just move on. Social media platform also by default, I would say. It's based on interest rather than what people have for lunch, though. You can see other profiles on the platform. Somebody, for example, somebody else likes Liverpool. Maybe I also like Liverpool, so I chit chat with them, join together, and challenge other couples or whatever. So it will be also social media a big part of the platform, which also includes here together with what we call in Battle World. So here is basically where everybody meets. The Battle World consists of various towers. There's also tower token released. They are in the loot boxes these days. I will explain what they mean. But basically, all these different towers. So there will be Manchester United Tower, Liverpool Tower, maybe a Mercedes Tower, and whatnot. All the different games. So you can enter your specific tower and then play your way up. You meet the stars and other fans inside this tower, and all the way up to becoming a legend. And if you do have tower tokens, then you also earn extra on what the revenue which is being spent inside these towers. Okay, so that's what it's all about, capitalizing on passion for us sitting here who has tokens or working as a networker, getting commission based here. But the games, basically, a big part of them will be for free, quote unquote. Free is the main part, because we want as many players as possible. But at the same time, when you play for free and you see that you're missing the top positions, you're missing them over and over again, and you realize that maybe if I have some more of these help functions, it will drastically increase my chances of winning. So you buy these player packs, and when thousands, maybe millions of people buy these packs, it's going to be a lot of rotation on the platform. Premium games also as well will come in. It will be a big part, meaning that you pay to play against stars. Maybe you join big jackpot tournaments, etc. So many different ways to play this game. AI, I mentioned that earlier. We're working on together with AI in order to expand the number of questions. It's learning now, and it's fabulous. It's almost a little bit scary how smart these engines become. Now, the thing is, what we're going to use that. You can imagine yourself also. Let's say you are a bunch of friends on a Friday night. You want to play some board games and having some fun. And then why not through SuperOne? You simply go into the application and click OK. And you all connect to each other. And then you say, okay, we want to play a game about beer or wine or cars or whatever it may be. And 2 seconds later, you have a few hundred questions, and then you can have your own closed-in tournament, all based on AI producing all these questions. It's really cool. It's very, very powerful. A little bit more about the future, just so you understand where we're going, and there really is no limit to where this platform can go. Football, we are already there. As an example, also, it's BMW here. For example, then that SuperOne makes a game for BMW, but their next year's upcoming models. Then BMW send this out to all their employees all over the world, and they can play internally, the tournaments, etc. It's a really cool way for all employees inside a large corporation to learn about the products in a cool and effective way. Universities, school, gamified learning is the most effective way to learn, and I think you get the idea of where this is going for the future. Okay, the team head office is in Oslo. The most of the tech is in India, dealing with the tech and for the blockchain. We don't need to go in too much of the technical partners, but we have Halborn for security. You can Google them. It's top Market Across for PR. KPMG though is interesting because KPMG is also a third-party partner, if you wish. They are an independent auditor. I believe that SuperOne is the only and first platform also using this service, meaning that KPMG, they go into SuperOne physically into the labs and double check so everything is honky-dory, everything is delivered as SuperOne has promised, all the technical setup is done, transactions are going to where they're supposed to go, etc. And then from here, then they do make a report, which is visual to anybody. And so you can basically see that everything is fine inside. I think that's really cool. Again, talking about partners, EOS system or with using Amazon Web Services, it's really technically very advanced. For your information though, which is really cool, is that all the transactions on the platform, they are done through XRP. XRP is one of the major cryptocurrencies out there. The reason that SuperOne use them is because they are for free. All the transactions are free. Both, it doesn't cost anything to withdraw money from the SuperOne platform. It doesn't cost any money to transfer between players, etc. Because we're using this XRP. All the transactions regarding rewards, commissions, etc., they are all visual on the XRP ledger. So all the transactions inside SuperOne, more than 250 million transactions today. It's a crazy number because one transaction multiplies into 10, maybe 20,000 transactions because of various commissions and token bonuses and staking, etc., being rewarded. So and all of these 250 million transactions are all visual if you go into XRP ledger. It's called xrpscan.com, for example, and then you just copy the SuperOne address inside your app, you paste it into xrpscan.com, and then you can see all these transactions that have been taking place on SuperOne platform. It's really cool, and it makes it super transparent. Okay, we go into this. We have a new team bonuses compensation plan. The reason that it's been redone and simplified is two, I would say. Number one is that remember here that we are talking also here for networking or commission based, that you are getting other people to join here and interacting, creating revenue, and then you also can enjoy commission from that. But remember that a vast majority on this platform in the future will be simply playing the game. They don't really care about maybe tokens and commissions, etc. They go in, they play the game, they join tournaments, they send the link to all their friends. Hey, you like Liverpool? Hey, you must try this. So let's play together or against each other, etc. So you will have tons of people in your network doing various things on the platform. Some people maybe they just buy and trade the NFTs. Some people they completely interact with the network and getting players, and they play the game themselves. And some people will simply enjoy the game. Therefore, basically the compensation plan has been kind of gamified, if you wish. So it's super easy. The second reason is because before it was used the binary system. Now a binary system is great. It's a little complicated to explain and for a lot of people to really understand how it works. Can be some way complex, especially when you're talking down lines and when you go depth into your network. Therefore, we have simplified it. It's very simple. It's basically one leg. It's unilever system. Because we saw also when we analyzing, has been done a lot of analyzing up in the network, that a lot of people, they go in here and they are passive, which is totally cool. They buy a pack and they sit passive. However, a lot of people also are very active. So what this compensation plan results in is that the more active you are, the more you earn. You don't get capped in the same way as you do in a binary, meaning that if you, let's say you are 5 generations down and you don't get any commission coming back up to you, this is gone. You will get a lot of more commission from your network, even though it's further down as well. Okay, we can go into detail if you have questions later, but basically it's very simple. Okay, and then we go into staking here because we talked about commission in your own network, but then we're talking also about the passive income. which is based on the digital assets that are available here on the platform. We have various tokens. We talked about the NFT. We have also main token. The main token here is called Super, and that is the most important, I would say, because that is also the token which will go to the exchange, meaning that it will be tradable publicly in the future. So that is the main token. It gives 10% staking fee. What that means is that any and all revenue on the platform, it doesn't matter from where, any revenue being generated on the platform, people buying loot box, watching advertisement, buying, selling NFTs, doesn't matter. All 10% of this revenue goes directly to the various tokens, to a pool, and then being distributed. If you have 1 token or 1 million token, doesn't matter for your power on the blockchain, but that is how it works. So if you have 1 token, you still get the same amount per token as if you have 1 million token. Okay, now the way also, if we stay here also, we talked a little bit about the listing, etc. If it goes when it goes public. Now you can imagine yourself, you have a token here which actually gives you rewards based on revenue streams, which is really cool. Now, if you want to do a little bit of a comparison here, let's say, for example, that Apple was on the same system as SuperOne is, and instead of Apple shares, they turn it into Apple coins, or just the same as SuperOne has this super token. It means that if you are owner of Apple coin, then anybody buying an iPhone anywhere in the world, the same second, boom, you will get a cut of it. Now, how cool is this? This is exactly how SuperOne works, and it's up and running. Like I said, we have 250 million transactions already. So all this staking is taking place. The next one we have is staking of NFT cards. These are the collector cards, so you get every time somebody use your card in the game. We have the spaces, the same. Every time somebody watched your advertisement, then you get a cut from this. We have the pool token as well. There are still a few of them left. It says 7.5% here. It's changed to 10%. They work the same as the super token, meaning that 10% of any and all revenue goes directly to the pool tokens, and this is also up and running. I mean, you who have pool tokens, you know that you get rewarded every single time somebody do something. Maybe small amounts, but of course you can imagine in the future when it's going to be millions of people on the platform, will quite a lot of microtransactions building up to be big volumes. The pool token has fewer tokens. It's only 800,000 in the maximum supply, compared to super token, which is 1 billion. So the pool token at the moment actually gives more per token than the super token. Okay, we're talking about also how to join here. When you buy these loot boxes, you get a lot of good stuff. One of the new things which Andreas implemented, I think it's a great thing, is the player token. Player token basically is that you enhance your network. You get a lot of people that you don't even know linked directly to you in your network, and later you enjoy commission from those. Andreas, the reason like this, because the point is also when we go out now in various platforms, for example, let's say on somebody link up to the game through Facebook or TikTok or other platforms here. They will got previously they got linked up directly to the company. Andreas said, no, I don't want it like that. I want the people who helped to build this company to get a part of this. So it means that if you have player token, you simply get the people who sign up, not using somebody else's link, but signing up through a media platform. They get linked randomly or in some way, linked up to you guys who have the player token. So basically you can get thousands of people in your network and you don't know any of them. So that's really cool. Okay, we don't need to go. There is some examples also what this can also providing you in terms of profits and rewards. We don't need to spend too much time. Let's go into the actual packs. The loot boxes, they start at $10, which is an entry. Bronze 50, silver 250, gold 500, platinum 5,000, and diamond 25,000. The most sold pack is the gold pack, because that's kind of, if you ask me, I mean, I don't want to stress anybody here, but that's where I believe that you also get most bang for the buck, if you wish, and you also kind of, that's where you start and also really earning some good commissions. Anyway, from the entry, the $10, you get super tokens, you get some player tokens, and you can also earn commission. The bronze pack, you get you get some bronze NFTs. So bronze NFTs, they cover the easy questions in the game. Going for silver and gold, the same. You get just more of everything. You get some in silver. You get super token, the player token, and some NFT silver and spaces silver. You get the tower tokens, and in the gold though also you get more of everything, but also pool token. So that's where they start. So that's why actually it's if you do look at the calculations and the estimates for this, pool tokens is what way worth your while to start at the gold pack, I must say. Okay, we have platinum and diamond. This is more for the person who is okay. I like this. I believe in this. I want a lot of everything. I want a lot of tokens. I want a lot of player tokens because I really want to go all in on this. We sold a lot of platinum and diamond loot boxes, much more than I could ever expect. Yeah, so it's a lot of people there believing in this platform, and it makes me really happy. So that's it. Little bit also about the estimates for the future here. Now, again, these estimates are correct. The calculations are correct, providing that there are X number of paying players on the platform, because this is very simple. The platform is already programmed. We know already if $1 is generated on the platform through, and doesn't matter if somebody buys something or watch advertise, doesn't matter. $1 is being generated on the platform. We know already, or the system knows already, where is all this money go? Where does the $1 being distributed to? So if you look at this, it's very simple. At 3 million paying players spending $1 a day, and this is during the first or during a 12-month period. Now, worth saying here is that spending $1 a day, so this is not the people play for free, because if you look again into the whole online gaming business here, around 90 to 95% of everybody playing games, including you and me, play for free. 5 to 10% pay to play. The ones who pay to play, they spend in average $2 a day playing their favorite game. Here, SuperOne, they have calculated at $1 a day. 3 million paying players. I believe we're going to go there very fast. Remember that only Manchester United, they have 600 million fans. I mean, come on, we just need to have less than 1% to reach where we want to go. And then when we add other games, etc. Anyway, let's say we look at the estimates here. We have the platinum loot box. So again, mind that these calculations are correct. Of course, in the end, if there are 0 people playing this game, there will be 0. If there are 10 million people play the game, it will be numbers accordingly. But if we look at 3 million paying players, we talk token bonus is $6,500, pool bonus $16,250, total bonus $22,750. Or total value of the pack is $162,500. The pool value $406,250. Total value $568,750. It's crazy, or 114 times the money that you bought the loot box for. I know these numbers are completely crazy, but they are correct. Anybody can do the same calculation. At 3 million players spending $1 a day, that's the what comes out of it. Crazy. So the potential here is just insane. Anyway, we go in here also. We have also right now until the 30th of September, anybody who refers somebody to buy a loot box, you get a token match. You get 1 free super token for every directly referred super token. Means that if somebody buy a gold pack, which consists of 6,000 tokens, you get 6,000 tokens yourself. Player match, you get one free player token for every directly referred player token. So if somebody buy a certain card where they get player token, you get the same. And you get the free pool token for every second. So if somebody buy a gold pack with 2 pool tokens, you get 1, etc. I think you get the idea. This is very, very generous. if you ask me, almost too generous, but this is how Andreas wants it. So I think you definitely, if you're interested in this, you should go for it, because you get a lot of assets, kind of quote unquote for free by other people joining here. Okay, I believe that's basically what I had. I mean, I could talk a lot about the technical. If you have any questions, please ask me. Also about the various partners if you want, but that's it from me.